What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, first off, happy Memorial Day to everyone out there who obviously celebrates, because this is a very special holiday for the American history. And also salute and appreciation to the men and women who serve in the military, who this holiday is also commemorated to as well. So with that being said, this series that I'm currently watching, Band of Brothers, is the absolute perfect series to be watching on this specific day. And with that being said, on the last episode of Band of Brothers, we saw the harsh training as well as pretty much the commitment it goes into being in the military during the time of the World War. And we also basically see like different types of commanders and officers and how they operate specifically with their groups and their companies and stuff. We were basically following Easy Company, and obviously the commander of the company, or Captain Sobel, I believe his name was, how he was basically a pretty harsh person. And in some ways, being a harsh person in training isn't necessarily bad, because sometimes it could also lead to better habits from the person that's receiving that training. But at the same time, we also saw a lot of like flaws and different types of shortcomings from Sobel, as he was, in the way it looked like he was really good at commanding and getting everyone into their right shape and form. But we also saw basically how he was pretty incompetent with formations and setting his group up and all that stuff. Basically, he seemed like the type of person that would set his group up for failure when it actually comes time for them to spring into action. And obviously, we saw he got demoted and replaced in the Easy Company. So, and also, they've went off to war. Obviously, they've completed their training. They've gone off to war. Now we're about to get ready to start that in episode 2. I imagine that's what it's going to mostly be about. So let's go on ahead and jump right on into this episode, which is episode 2 of season 1, Day of Days. And there we go.
Standing in the door, I could see the lights on the drop zone, and I way in ahead of us, and so that we had the red light, ending up ready to jump. So when the plane started to get hit, and suddenly the pilot immediately
got such an opening blast from the opening shock from the prop blast that it broke this chin strap that we had on.
Seems like they're all basically just talking about their
That's when I lost
specific
this famous
experiences
leg
jumping out of
that
the
everybody
planes during the
talks about.
time.
Just from the shock of the opening, it just flew right.
Came from the sky, we hit, and in any direction you went, there would be enemy. You knew it. And that was all.
How do you prepare yourself? Mentally? Each man must do that himself.
I don't believe you can prepare
Each
yourself
man
mentally for
must
something like
prepare
that.
him to make that jump.
In the back of your mind, you wonder what's going to happen, and all trained and trained and trained, and what your job is going to be, and what you're supposed to do, and that's what you got to think about, whether that night. But you try to put it all on your mind.
You could hear the pain in his voice just then. Just the thought of thinking back to that day specifically got him crying the way he is and stuff. kind of looks like they're showing a specific point of view of how everyone's dealing with the situation. Like, some people are obviously fiddling with things. You got some praying. You got some smoking cigarettes and stuff, you know? Just different ways of showing how they're feeling of the situation and stuff. That lightning? No, that's not lightning. That's gunfire and stuff. Oh my God. Nah, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Like, just imagine you pulling up and then all of a sudden you start seeing sparks and stuff. Like, nah, that's crazy. Oh, that plane done for. Whoever was on it was messed up. I don't even think nobody's jumped yet. Oh, he got hit. He got hit in the eye. I saw him grab it. Oh, God.
Jesus! Tell man to get him out!
Plane is done. Yeah, about. Oh, nah. They all done. Oh, wow. Like, man. Like, nobody even had a chance to get out. Man, this is so crazy. Oh, that's a good shot right there. They got all the troopers getting out and the planes as well, like in line with them and stuff. Oh man, they cracking through the hulls of the plane and stuff, like the shells, like, oh. It didn't really provide much protection, I'll tell you that much. Away we go.
Where's the goddamn DZ? Maybe 3 more minutes on this barrack! We get any... Slow down! We gotta get some altitude! They can't jump at this speed! We there?
Oh, he got clocked. Oh my God. I about to say at that point, they just need to go. Like, and you want to know something? As bad as the situation is for the parachute jumpers, it's actually worse for the ones that are flying the planes because they can't jump. I mean, I don't know, maybe they could, but just from my point of view, what I'm seeing, I don't think they had a way of getting out of those planes, so they basically just had to fly through and hope that they didn't get hit. Another.
Shit!
Mine too. Landed somewhere behind those trees.
Go back. Don't go there. Stay down. Stay down. Like, imagine landing right in the middle of your enemy. Like, you basically got to just stay down and hope they don't spot you. More allies. That's good they got a map. At least they can pinpoint exactly where they are in the area.
We're about 7 kilometers away from our objective. We're 4 hours away from when we need to have it secured. So, we got a lot of walking ahead of us. Leipzig, go. Start here.
Just unload it. I hope those were enemies. You fired that pretty fast. They wearing like the German people, I believe, back then wore like those caps those square cap things or whatever you call them. Whoo, you ain't going nowhere.
That's enough, Garnier! Everyone okay? Sir.
Next time I say wait for my command, you wait for my command, Sergeant.
Let's obey him.
Yes, sir.
Some troopers got caught up as they were parachuting.
Oh, easy company. And this year's.
What's going on?
What's the holdup?
Not sure. If I will get your tenants, get. It's good to see you, Dick.
Yeah, you too, Buck. What's the situation?
Not good. 90% of the men are still unaccounted for.
Looked like a good lot got there, but it's still 90% not there. That's huge loss. They shooting them?
There's some crowd 88s up ahead and to the right about what, 300 through those gardens. Now they're right between us and Causeway number 2, firing onto the boys landing at Utah.
Yes, sir.
My guess is they're doing some terrible damage there.
We've been hearing have been spotted in a field down the road a ways. Major Strahan wants to take him out. There are 2 guns that we know of firing on Utah Beach, and on a 3rd and a 4th here and here. The Germans are in the trenches with access to the entire battery, and with machine we'll establish a base of fire and move under it hard and fast with 2 squads of 3.
How many crowds do you think we're facing?
No idea.
No idea.
Compton, 2nd squad.
Yes, sir.
All right, you heard the word. Let's move. Let's move.
Move out. Get into positions. Whew, man, this is some nervous stuff. It's the fact that you can get the drop on them, but still it's the fact that you're right up under them makes you nervous. Like, you know you can't mess this up. And I'm about to say, don't get spotted. Feel to it, like when you shoot them, it feels like it presents power. Oh man, come on, man. I'm in the leg. Oh man, you're so naked up there. I don't know what that means. Well, I'm about to find out. Okay. Woo! Look like they got him on the run now.
Jesus Christ!
Shit! I'm sorry, sir. I screwed up. Stop! Joyce, roll out! Roll out!
Like, it's the pressure of everything that you got to get right. And then when you screw up something, like, damn, like, I just don't know how much blame you can put on him, because at that point, it's like, man, we're doing this under fire, under duress. You know, we don't really have that much room. Hey.
Where you hit, pup?
I can't believe I fucked up my ass, sir.
Your ass.
How bad is it?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to fuck up. I don't think it's too bad.
Swimmers! 1 o'clock!
Oh, God. I think he got hit a little bit, too, because I did see, like, him, like, bump something or something like that. So I believe he kind of bumped something a little bit by mistake, so it's not like he did it on purpose. For what it's worth, can't understand you.
From there. No make that.
That's one way to shut him up. That juking was crazy.
Boy, you stupid Mick!
Where's Hunter with that TNT?
Don't know, sir!
Was that salt they put on him or something? Ugh, I imagine that had to hurt. I like the camera work right here. Like, it's following them, not from their point of view, but it's following them in a view where you could basically just see them doing everything they can to avoid getting shot and stuff, while at the same time delivering the fire back at them. They've done a really good job so far. Like, oh! Yeah, all right, it did blow up. Something blew up in there. Ugh.
Okay, back to battalion. Go, go!
How many of these German, I reckon they're Germans, are there? Feels like by now, I mean, unless reinforcements then came back.
Maybe 40
Ooh,
or
is
so
that
crowds
it?
still manning
Nah,
3
this must be another
MG-42s
company
to the rear.
following.
Hey, Popeye?
Oh, nah, this is the aftermath.
Yes.
Oh man, that was a thriller if you ever wanted to see one.
Careful. Don't hurt yourself. Utah Beach. We should put them to work before they're missed.
Oh, is that blood? When you go into war, that person that you bonded with most likely got off. So yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow right there. See, that's what I was saying. For some, yeah, they still do keep fighting, but at the same time, they're still humans. They gotta have moments where they rest.
And if somehow I manage to get home again, I promised God and that I would find a quiet piece of land someplace and spend the rest of my life in peace.
I don't know how much peace you could have after going through all this. I mean, it's no wonder military men get PTSD and all sorts of stuff from this type of stuff, because this would drive anyone crazy. 15th episode. Okay. Bronze Star. I can't read all that fast enough, but I'm gonna try to skim through it a little. Okay, I see Winters at the bottom. Okay. All right. So basically, that's the end of the episode. So basically, we see the fruits of their labors paying off as they've pretty much accomplished their first objective, and now they're getting ready to recuperate and get ready to go on to their next mission. But first thing I want to get out of the way is obviously this type of a situation right here. Like you can't even possibly imagine being in it, just because like one moment, just think about one moment you're at your home or whatever, doing whatever you're doing, your regular life. You might be in school playing a sport or something, or you could be in college, or you could just be having a regular day. And next thing you know it, you're getting drafted into the war and stuff. You got to go to military, you got to train. And then next thing you know it, you're storming Normandy because you got to fight Germans and stuff like that. And the worst part is you don't even know if you'll ever get a chance to make it back home. And if somehow you did manage to make it back, that would be so much trauma built up in your brain. Like, it's no wonder a lot of soldiers who come from the military and stuff be as maybe, be driven crazy as much as they are and stuff, because this is some traumatic stuff. Just looking at it, and yeah, just looking at it and seeing how it goes makes it really bad. But I gotta admit though, for what it was worth, they did a really good job at taking over that area and basically setting it up as their base of operations in some ways and stuff. Because now, when they secured the weapons and the stuff that they were looking for, and now we see at the end basically how they were all getting ready to go on to their next objective. But also at the start, it kind of remind me how back at the start of this, when they were jumping out of the planes and stuff, how the moment they land, their missions basically automatically started from there, because they had to travel from one area. I think he said like 7 kilometers or something like that to get to the next one and stuff. So now we basically see that in the end, it paid off. They obviously lost a good lot of people that they worked with and stuff, but now they can kind of have a little bit of relief in them, because now they've managed to accomplish their first objective now that they managed to do. But yeah, like I said, this has been a great series so far. Obviously, I'm liking that they're not really so far they're not really holding back with certain aspects of war and all that, showing us basically the hardships and the struggles that they were going through to basically get to the point to where they are. Because anyone that thinks that this stuff was easy, it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all, because just imagine you're in a ditch, a tunnel, whatever they called it, and you gotta cover yourself, you gotta fire at the enemy and stuff, and then on top of that, you gotta try to secure whatever it is you're trying to secure. And we pretty much saw that there was a lot of times that even the most experienced soldiers in this was messing up a good lot. Like obviously dropping grenades, getting hit, running into each other, all that stuff. It basically showcases and it reminds you that these are still human beings, and they're prone to making mistakes as well. But like I said, for what it's worth, it was a pretty swiftly good operated mission that they managed to accomplish. And at the end of the day, in this type of situation, that's the most important thing to do, is accomplish your mission. But yeah, with that being said, this is a great series, and I'm absolutely loving it so far. I see why it's literally the number 4 ranked TV show out of 250 TV shows there is. And it's only been 2 episodes. I would like to say that this has been the best one, but I know that the rest of them are probably going to be just as good. So, like I said, with that being said, happy Memorial Day, everyone. Have a safe and fantastic day. So make sure that you like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.